Hi, I'm Nicolene Peck, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to prepare to be a foster parent. I was a foster parent for many years. In fact, I'm known for my teachings that I learned because of being a foster parent. So this video is going to give you a lot of concrete stuff that you can use in your foster parenting years. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my experience with foster parenting and also share with you things that you can do to make sure that you are fully prepared to take in other people's children into your home. Years ago, when my husband was transitioning in his career and he was going back to school, we decided that a good way to keep me at home with our two little children was to take in foster children of our own. Now, we made a deliberate decision not to take in foster children that would mess up our birth order in our family. And that's usually a really smart thing to do because your own biological children can have a lot of unnecessary disruption if you take in children that are older than them. So usually the rule is you take in children way younger or way older. Well, since our two children were babies at the time, we took in children that were way older. So all of the foster children that we brought into our home were level 3 treatment children, and they were all between the ages of 12 and 18. All of the children that came to our home were treatment children, which means that they had things like ADHD, ADD, OCD, ODD, RAD, FAS, kleptomania, compulsive lying, anger control issues, sensory issues, autism spectrum, things like that. And usually they had multiple of those things at a time. And many of them experienced attachment issues because they were being removed from their homes or because they didn't have good bonds with their parents to begin with. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that you can do to prepare to bring in a child that might have a different way of processing or might be coming from a background that presents a little bit of a difference to the normal way that your family would communicate and problem solve. One of the most important things that you can do as you're preparing to be foster parents is get on the same page as husband and wife. It's much better if husband and wife can maintain consistency and do their parenting the same. The children who are coming to your home, they need consistency. It helps them feel safe, it helps give them direction, they communicate more effectively, and they have a greater chance of learning to govern themselves. As a foster parent, I decided that the main thing I wanted to teach my foster children was how to self-govern. When a person self-governs, they understand cause and effect, and they possess a knowledge of their own behaviors so that they can control them, which means that they know how to have a change of heart. They know how to correct themselves and direct themselves. I wanted them to have this for their entire lives. So if you are going to teach your children self-government, then what that means is they need consistent direction and consistent correction. And that means that husband and wife need to be doing the same type of corrections and using the same type of skills. Usually when someone begins their foster care journey, they start by having some training of some sort. Now, some proctor care agencies will do like a 1-day training or maybe even a 2-day training. When I did my training to do treatment care, my training went on for 3 weeks. And it was intensive training. So it took many hours, and we were trained for all of the different types of processing and for how to handle troubled teens. What I realized just a short way into my training was the information that I was learning in that training was not just good for troubled teens, but would be good for any person who needed to learn to control themselves. So I started using those skills that they were teaching me for the teenagers with my 3-year-old son at home, and an amazing thing happened. My 3-year-old son, who was refusing to potty train at the time, all of a sudden felt safe and comfortable and just practically potty trained himself. No wars or fights needed, which before I was doing my training, I will admit I was getting a little bit emotionally attached to his potty training, which wasn't good parenting, but I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Did so much better with potty training with all of the other children. Anyway, so that safe and predictable type of environment is key for helping foster children thrive in your home. Whether you're just going to be taking in children for the short term or whether you're hoping to possibly adopt, you will only gain benefits by having established ahead of time how you are going to parent the child during the most difficult moments before they even get to your house. I speak at conferences all over the world about education and about parenting, and people will consistently come to talk to me after I speak and say, I feel so connected to you because I'm wanting to do foster care, or we are foster parents and you've been a foster parent, and I'm learning some things from you that I wish I would have known before I ever started. And then they'll say, how do I learn more? And I'll refer them to my course. You can find the Teaching Self-Government Parenting course on my website, which is teachingselfgovernment.com. So be sure to go there after this video to get more help. Some of the main ingredients for learning self-government that I go over in the Teaching Self-Government Parenting course are things like key skills that you need to know and that the children need to know. So skills like following instructions and accepting no answers, accepting consequences and disagreeing appropriately. Also skills like how to do an effective correction, how to pre-teach the children for success, and how to do intensive teaching when that child has gone completely out of control. And what do you do when the child is young versus what do you do when the child is older? So there are differences, and we train on all of those kinds of things. I want to just share with you the magic and beauty of skills. Skills are predictable, they are reliable, they're simple, and they help a person feel safe. So lots of times when a child is coming to your home from another environment, they feel nervous, they're afraid, they're not sure what's going to set you off. Maybe they've been in an environment where it's been very emotional. They need to know that this environment is not going to take any of their misbehavior personally, but just going to help them through. So when they first come to my home, I teach them all of the skills to self-government. As I'm getting them oriented to the house, we teach them what are the no answers, what are the instructions, and how will we help them if they choose to do something they shouldn't, or if they have a moment where they go completely out of control. They also find out very early on that I don't take it personal if they go out of control. I'm just going to be there to help them, which means I have some skills of my own that I've developed so that I don't take it personally. I have a calmness skill set that I have used repeatedly over the years to help me have calmness in even the most difficult parenting situations. I had to teach myself this skill set when I was a brand new foster parent, and I'm so glad I did because it has changed my life. There have been so many situations that I've been in that have been high stress, high profile situations, maybe people even attacking me for my views of, protecting children or protecting parental rights or something like that. But I know that I can always be calm because I was calm when I had the foster children. Your capacity is going to expand as you embark upon foster parenting, especially if you prepare your own heart and your own mind to be calm no matter what. Because you're listening to this video, I would love to give you a gift. It's called the Calm Parenting Toolkit. There is a toolkit on my website that people rave about and they go to on a regular basis. Below this video, there is a link, and if you click on the link to the Calm Parenting Toolkit, it will take you to that toolkit, which is a mini course that you can have completely for free. And that will help you master your calmness. But let me tell you some of the key things that you will find in that Calm Parenting Toolkit. So in that Calm Parenting Toolkit, you will learn some strategies for how to assess yourself. Also, you will learn how to stop yourself, how to replace your thoughts, and how to engage with someone in a way where you have a pre-planned calm tone. Did you know that you can plan your tone? You can plan your voice tone. And that calm voice that you have, it isn't really for them, it's for you to keep yourself calm in the minute. I have a process that I go through called my Calm Plan. In this Calm Plan, I have certain words that I say. I've taught myself scripts. Some of those scripts are some of the skills that I've already mentioned to you, like effectively correcting or doing an intensive teaching. One of those intensive teaching skills that I use is a skill set called the Rule of 3. Because I have that all ready to go in my mind, I know that I don't need to power struggle. I don't need to get emotional. I can just say the words that need to be said. Now, there are many other things that I could tell you to explain what you need to do to prepare for foster parenting. You could get a list of things like make sure you have locks on your cupboards, make sure that the foster children do not share bedrooms with your natural children, make sure they have their own space, their own bed, make sure you have a notebook to keep all of their court documents and tracking documents in. There's so many things like that we can talk about. But I feel like what I gave you in this video is the most important thing you could get. And that's the power of self-government. If you and your spouse, if your family is already self-governing, if you're already communicating well and you have unity as a family, then you will be able to create a family culture that truly will be transformational for the foster children that come to your house. Speaking of transformational, there is a video that I want you to see. This video is called The Expectation Trap versus the Cycle for Success. That video will give you helpful insights for how to handle the difficult moments when you do foster care. In fact, even before you do foster care, that video will help you handle difficult moments with your own family and your own children. We all can fall into the expectation trap, and we need the skills for success. So go click on that video, The Expectation Trap versus the Cycle for Success now, and we'll see you there.